I have recently published a book which is now available in Amazon, Flipkart, Barnes and Nobles, on all sites, online sites. The book is nearly 718 pages, and the name of the book is Cave of Wisdom, which means wisdom lies in the intellectual cave as per the rishis of Upanishads. All wisdom is inside our heart. The rishis only discovered this truth. So what I am trying to do in this book is I try to elaborate almost all concepts of Upanishads in this book. So as the common readers who is not familiar with Upanishad can read and understand the basic concepts of Upanishad. Not just Upanishad, this book starts from the viewpoint of an aspirant who is just into its religion. But when he told that all the religions have contained this mystical aspect. So there is no need of changing their religion, just they have to go deeply into this mysticism, then they will understand that their religion is also very much connected to spirituality, and almost all concepts in any part of the world connected with religion is again rooted into the mystic science of Indian Vedas. Not Indian Vedas, the subtle part of Indian Vedas are Upanishads. So this book, it is divided into 8 to 10 segments, and it's like a evolution of an aspirant. I mean, it starts from the basic step. The first segment is seed, which contains nearly 10 chapters, which is connected with my idea of religion, or how I became tuned with these type of ideologies. That's the first portion. The second segment is Semitic to spiritual, which means the difference between the Semitic religion and the mystic religion. Mysticism cannot be called as a religion, but here I am just using that phrase just to make understand that it's different from Semitic. All religion has got this content, but somehow it was lost. So I am trying to explain all these things in this segment. Now the third section is initiation to Upanishad, which means it's nearly 20 to 30 chapters, which comprehensively give insight about the most of the concept in Upanishad, like Tattvamasi, Nedi, the ideal worships, the concept of religion, the concept of nothingness, the concept of truth. Everything is explained in this book as much as I can, and almost all verses which is translated to English was done by myself as per my insight and what I have learned from my guru and also from Swami Vivekananda. This book is basically, even though it's about Upanishad, I have laid firm on Swami Vivekananda's theology when I explained this Upanishad. So in most chapters you can see the quotings of Swami Vivekananda in connection with the words which I have said. And in this section, the third section is completely dedicated to the concept of Upanishads, so which I like to call it as direct, in connection with the direct Upanishads. Then the fourth section is in tune with the ideologies, which is in a way not directly connected to Upanishad ideology, but beneath, I mean the underneath of that, there is Upanishad ideology. So I like to call it as an indirect connection to Upanishad. Here the book changes its shapes and it becomes much like a self-help style of book, because it deals with the karma, good and bad, and a lot of ethics connected with the spiritual mystic aspects. How this ethics is converted to spiritual mystic activities is what I have comprehensively written in this segment, which is called In Tune with the Ideologies. Inner dialogues means it's a few blogs which I wrote about various things which is also indirectly connected to the Upanishads. For example, like intellectualism. I have said about this intellectual robbing, not just robbing, what I mean is intellectual slavery, that's the right term, intellectual slavery, and also the slave of the cultures, a lot of health, then the glory of Upanishads said by the others and things like that. The sixth segment is Lord of Love, which means it's a 8th article in connection with the love. Love is not just ordinary, not in an ordinary term, it's a higher term. Love means unselfish love. So I have explained the different aspects of love in tune with the Upanishad ideology. So that's a condensed there. Then there comes another section called columns, which also is connected to Upanishad ideology in indirect aspect. Then the 8th section is Upanishad tales. I have explained nearly 13 to 14 stories which is written in Upanishad. I have translated these stories to English and I have just written a commentary on that, along with the commentary of Swami Vivekananda, who said about those mantras in his speeches. And then the 9th section is Gist of Upanishad. It's nearly 30 to 35 pages, Gist of Upanishad, just only one chapter, in which I have condensed all Upanishad philosophy into that segment. And the 10th segment is Tao of Truth, which is a revision of this all 9 chapters. The beauty of that segment is that I am not explaining anything in that section, rather than just saying the concept and illustrating with an example said by either Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or Swami Vivekananda or Zen Buddhism, or a tale which is written by the Indian author long back ago. There are 24 guru, that's what it is called. Each guru is learning from nature. The guru, the Shishya considered nature as guru because he has learned everything from nature. Each nature is teaching him each section or each concept of Upanishads. So that's what that comes in this Tao of Truth segment, which has 84 stories. If you read those 84 stories, then you will get a full idea of all of the major concepts in the mystic philosophy. This book is just not connected with Upanishad. It has got all the subtle essence of Swami Vivekananda's teaching and the very crude teaching of Ramana Maharishi also. Because I have explained what is who am I, which is again taken from the Upanishad concept koham. This koham is elaborated very beautifully by Ramana Maharishi, and that I have said about that path also. So this book is in a way in a connection with all this philosophy, all this mystical philosophy. So the idea behind to write this book is not to make people understand about my writing capacity. I just wrote this book as my duty to the rishis, who said, if you learn something, you have the duty to share. So this book I exclusively wrote to share my things which I learned from my guru from the long back. My guru is T. Shivishankaran, he is from Chelakara. From him I learned almost all Upanishads, and I just read, after listening him, I just go through it once more, and I wrote those experiences in this book. I mean, it's a collection of my experience with what my guru and all these masters wrote. I don't take any credit for writing this book, rather than the designing stuff, because I want the design look as good as this philosophy, which is connected with the silence and words. Even though this book has got 718 chapters and it is explained in 220 or some chapter, nearly 220 chapters, I don't lay claim for even a single concept in this book, because whatever good I have learned from my masters and my guru. So whatever things that has benefited for the people, then it is theirs, and whatever things that people didn't understand or it is not proper, as per your intellect or as per your thinking, then that's mine. So lay claim, if you have any opinion against this book, then please put it on my credit, not the credit on my great grandfathers. This book Rishis wrote 100 years before. I mean, all the concepts. It's a journey from words to silence. So all the truth that is explained through words finally ends in silence. So spirituality means a journey starts from words and ends with silence. And that silence is elegantly expressed as Om. Om Tat Sat. Nama Parama Maharishi. Thanks for watching.